Hi there, I'm Milou and welcome back to a new bullet journal video. Today I am creating my 2021 yearly bullet journal setup for the second half of 2021. I always use 2 notebooks in a year since I can just fit 6 months in a journal. For the upcoming 6 months I've chosen to create my spreads in an Archer and Olive notebook. I've used an Archer and Olive notebook before and absolutely love the style of their notebooks and fabric covers. A few months ago, Archer and Olive launched their spring collection and it felt like the perfect time to buy a new notebook for the second half of the year. The sun is finally shining bright here in the Netherlands, so a bright and colorful notebook couldn't miss. I went for the Solar notebook in an A5 size. So if you're interested in buying an Archer and Olive notebook or for example this notepad that I'm showing, make sure to use my affiliate discount code MILOUJON10 for 10% off your entire order. The markers that I'll be using are all Tombow dual tip brush pens. I'm using an arrangement of orange tones and some greens because I've chosen to create an oranges theme for my yearly setup. I always pick a theme for my yearly setup because I found out that without a theme and just a simple color scheme, I'm not filling in anything at all. Besides, a beginning setup often has the same type of pages, which means that it's nice to have some change after 6 months. Like I showed you at the beginning of this video, I am also using my new Archer and Olive Kraft paper notepad. I actually bought this one to create my book journal spreads with, but was so excited that I just had to use it for these pages as well. So for my first page I used some craft paper and pictures of oranges that I got off Pinterest. Just a little inspirational page to start the theme and write my name. So let's start creating some oranges. On this second page I'm making a spread full of oranges, again just as an inspirational page to begin with. My doodles are inspired by Hallie, who is also known as Sunsetty Studios. She made an amazing oranges theme in April, so make sure to take a look at her April Plan With Me video as well. When I was making these leaves, I wasn't entirely sure if I wanted to color them in or not. In the end, I colored half, which gives the doodles just a bit extra. For the first time ever, I tried to use vellum, which is this transparent paper. I was really afraid of printing on it since I have an inkjet printer, and since the paper is a little bit plasticky, the ink doesn't dry that quickly. So I was afraid of smudging. Instead of going all overboard, I went for a simple outline of a quote just to be safe. Next up is my goal spread. I went for a simple layout and created a frame of oranges around the page. In the middle I have more than enough space to write down some goals. One of my main goals this year is graduating. I am currently finishing my studies in food technology and hopefully I will be graduating on the 5th of July. Besides looking for a job and enjoying my summer holidays, I have much more and mainly creative goals. It's just such an exciting moment to write them all down, then it's just a little bit more real and one step closer to reality. One page that couldn't miss in my yearly setup is my yearly at a glance page. Most people think that this spread is just for aesthetic purposes, but this is so not true. I mean, yes, they look aesthetically pleasing, but they are also a great tool to use when you set up a new month, as a reference for your monthly log and weekly spreads. I am using a stencil from my friend Danique from Bullet Journal by Danique to create these letters for the months. You will see me use her stencils more often because I absolutely love them and I'm just a really proud friend. If you would like to order some, make sure to send her a DM on Instagram. I've linked her page in the description box below. One of the most useful spreads for great planning is a future spread, which is also one of my favorite spreads to make. In my last yearly setup I tried a horizontal layout, but that's definitely not my cup of tea. So I am going back to my vertical layout. It's quite funny because for weekly spreads I'm the total opposite. A very useful spread to use when you start a new journal or like to use many new or different layouts is a grid spacing guide. The goal of this spread is to help you out with counting boxes. This spread is amazing if you add the most frequently used layouts. I've added the numbers for my favorite weekly spreads and monthly spread in this one. Next to my grid spacing guide is my Instagram follower tracker. Not that I am gaining many followers at the moment because the algorithm is the worst, but I liked having a tracker like this. This spread was also a bit of a struggle because I started with black numbers, which were all different sizes. My idea was to cover them up with white gel pen and go over them with the black fine liner again to make them look a little bit bigger. All until I decided that I didn't like that idea, so I went over all the boxes with some black pens and markers, using the white gel pen to create the numbers. The next page was an idea that I copied from Hedda, aka Mochi Bujo. She made this YouTube thumbnail tracker spread and I absolutely loved that idea. No better way to place my YouTube follower tracker than next to my thumbnail tracker. I went a bit overboard with the amount of boxes. I don't actually count these things beforehand and I just do what looks good. No way that I will be reaching 1.6k by the end of the year. A little ditch door obviously couldn't miss, so I decided to make one for my YouTube follower tracker with my blog post ideas on the back, including an actual blog post planning on the right side. The last page that I'm making is this movie tracker. I've been tracking my movies in my monthly setups for the past months, but I thought that it would be fun to have all of my movies of the year on the same page. I can't wait to fill this one in. The little colored stripes are meant for the date of watching, and I'm using my craft paper to create long boxes for the name of the movie and maybe some stars. This video is coming to an end, so thank you so much for watching. I hope that you liked watching me plan my yearly bullet journal setup. And if you want to see more of my threads, make sure to take a look at my Instagram page and follow me here on YouTube. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and hopefully I will see you back soon.